being outside, and usually I start my mornings with a nice hike. I actually live up a pretty steep mountaintop, so to speak, high hill, and so I use that as my warm up in the morning. I go all the way down and then I come all the way back up. In order to add a little extra, I usually put on about 30 to 50 pound resistance bands. So I got my mediums on today. These are about 30, I think. And so this just helps me to keep things right and tight.
That's it.
Driveway alone is steep, so that's a workout to get back home. And this time of year, the weather is absolutely perfect. So we've got a nice little breeze going, so this hike should not take too much out of me this morning. I can already feel it in my yeah. It's only so far you can take a step, and you gotta contract all your muscles in order to get these legs moving. So get to take all this in. I have a combination of stuff on my playlist. It just depends on what I'm in the mood for. Honestly, most of the times I try to get in a audiobook. Recently I've committed to trying to read one audiobook per week, and that keeps me having that goal. Really kind of allows me to get away from the social media rabbit hole that we can sometimes go down. And so generally when I have free time, if I'm doing stuff like this, I'm reading an audiobook. And so clearly I'm also out of breath, so bear with me. So I'm getting to the peak here, and this is the view that I have when I get to the top, guys. So it really makes the hike all worth it. So yeah, haven't been listening to a lot of music lately. I've been really committed to just kind of learning more as I've transitioned into this new phase, and really fattening up my war chest. The last two books that I mentioned, 10 Times It's Easier Than 2 Times and The 4-Hour Work Week, really has a lot of concept around what it looks like to move away from this status quo 9 to 5. What would you do if your time were your own, if you had the ability to choose what you wanted to do every day? What is the notion around what does wealthy really mean? Is it associated with your finances, or is wealth really the ability to have the freedom and the time to do whatever it is that you want? So these are just some tools that I'm using to kind of reinforce this phase that I'm in right now, and using that to kind of create the life that I want. So mapping all that out. Now, when I am listening to music, one of the things that I listen to is affirmation music. And right now my favorite artist is Toni Jones. She does a genre of music called affirmation music, and worth ethic. I'm getting tongue-tied. Worth, instead of work ethic, she says my worth ethic. The lyrics on this song are my new anthem. I'm being really intentional about what it is I let into my psyche, what it is I let into my mind. And I don't want to be naive to what's going on in the world. I stay attuned to that, but I pick moments in time in which I do those types of things. The other times, I'm being very intentional about what it is I'm letting into my energy space, what it is I'm letting into my heart space, what it is I'm letting into my mind. And unfortunately, we're in a time where sometimes the stuff is coming at us faster than we have the ability to reject it. And so I'm just being very intentional during this time. And for a long time, I've been intentional, which is one of the reasons I really enjoy living in the islands, because I use it as sort of like my buffer to keep all the chaos out. It's simply just that I want to spend my time being present and doing the things that I want to do, being with the people I want to be with. And I want to take you on that journey with me, so that hopefully you'll start doing the same thing. Getting more present. Living a life of freedom. Waking up every morning and choosing to do what it is your heart desires. So hopefully I can be an example of that to you guys.